What's going on out there? We got Love Them Knives channel going down here. Kansept Knives, we're going to talk about the REI, and that is the REI knife. The REI, something. It's a collaborative by a designer named Karambitmaker. I'll give you a little bit more information on him here in a little bit. Stone washed, orange peel bronze, CPM 20 CV, anodized aluminum, 3.3-inch blade. There it is. What do you think? I saw it at Atlanta Blade Show and I just was taken with this. I like this pocket clip that they did with that. Kind of dress it up, make it different. Almost looks like a file, doesn't it? In a way. But then, you know, the fact that they did these along here, I like this. And the fact that they carried them across to the backside as well. And I like this. I like this orange peel bronze. Yeah, and 20 CV. And the thing's not that expensive. It's like $100.50, something like that. Where is it? $169.89. I don't know if that's full on or if that's minimum advertised. So you could check. If you find it on White Mountain Knives, you get LTK is your discount code for 10% off. So, you know, if you get 10% off of that, right, you're like $1.50. So, I mean, they're not asking 3.5 or 2.5 or whatever. Pretty reasonable, pretty reasonable. Okay, so the maker guy, his, Karambitmaker is his designer name, okay? But this is his real name. I'm going to pronounce this. No, I'm not. And so I would call him Greg. And he's a martial arts practitioner, knife collector, and knife maker. And then so normally he likes to create karambit knives, okay? But this is a different move for him. He's going to make something more practical. Talks about tactical folders from the 1990s and et cetera, and this, okay? So versatile deployment, a more sensible type blade, that kind of thing. There it is. There it is, folks, right here. Will the knife be a knife? Let's check it out. Let us check. Oh, I guess you gotta touch the paper first. It's just not gonna cut it if you don't touch it. There it is. There it is. Okay, yeah, not scary sharp, but it's got a good factory edge on it, and not. I mean, it doesn't like just fall shut. It's centered. No blade player lock rock. And it's got a hardened steel insert in it. I'm sure it's a ceramic detamp ball in there. And 35% lockup. Dank. You got to get your thumb back a ways. Then it'll drop. And it'll be over the detamp ball. Wow. Okay. I think we're good there. Okay. No, the detent's strong enough. I don't want any stronger than that. Okay, but here it is. Hit your thumb, drop down. Design flow is really good. Blade to handle length is great. No blade player lock rock. There's your lockup. Okay. Open design. There's your standoffs. Like I said before, orange peel finish. Bronze ano, go right hand or left hand. Pocket clip carry, okay, it's not a deep carry, but it's a machined or milled titanium pocket clip. All right, and of course hardened steel insert, ceramic detamp ball, easy to middle finger flick or thumb flick or just flipper tab, but the flipper tab is not jimped, but still, it's tall enough to where it's pretty intuitive, okay? I don't think it's exactly push button. Oh yeah, I guess you can push button this dog. So either light switch or push button, right? No problem on either of those. It's big enough, yet small enough, you know what I'm saying? So it's not going to be a problem with it being too much of a pocket hog on you. See, 3 1/4, overall 7 1/2. Okay, so not a problem. 20 CV blade steel. Yeah, I mean, pretty utilitarian yet not very expensive, and it's got high-end materials, but it's not going to be embarrassingly horrible if something happens to it because you didn't pay $350 or $400 for it, right? So, I mean, I'm not trying to imply that $160 is nothing, but it's not expensive when you're talking about the kind of prices knives are these days, right? So, interesting. And it comes in this box. Let's see what the deal is. Okay, it comes in, you know, your normal like folder over Kansept pouch where it's a little plastic that it rolls into. And then here you have the paperwork and a microfiber cloth. Okay, so there's that. And this is solid, you know. This is a pretty solid box here, okay? Like I was saying, design flow, blade handle length, all great. No blade plate, no lock rock, ergos, pretty straightforward. And yeah, they fit a full-size hand. And there you go, you got a little cutaway here. Good for, you know, stropping, sharpening, maybe a bit of a go forward position, probably not something you'd want to do necessarily. But nice stone wash on here. Obviously, Karambitmaker logo there on here. But yeah, I mean, fit and finish is great on Kansept knives. I mean, shit, you don't have to worry about that, that's for sure. And yeah, feels good in the hand. Reverse, yes, no problem. There's my point of balance, not a problem there. I like it. I like it. And you know what? Looks like they pocketed the inside for weight relief, and we haven't played that game yet. Let's see what we're doing here with getting the weight on here. 3.65 ounces. Wow, that's not much. That's not much. 103 grams. Okay. Okay, so it's not heavy. It's not heavy. Definitely not expensive, but you got titanium 20 CV. So there you go, and ceramic bearings, all that. Not a huge knife, you know, but then again, very carryable because it's so light. So you kind of got that sweet spot that a lot of people really like. They like 3 to 3.5 inch blades and, you know, that kind of thing. And then they want their knives pretty much to be under 5 ounces if at all possible. And this is fairly light considering. So, and this is just going to be one of those things where you look at it and you decide, do you like this kind of, I mean, this is kind of a spear point in a way, okay, with the swedge up here. So you've got piercing, but you've got slicing ability as well. So good all around useful blade shape. One of those things, okay? So that's the way it works with me. I look at a design and I go, I either like it or I didn't. And that's why I picked this one up because, yeah, I like the design. I wanted to check it out. And you don't get much of an opportunity to check anything out when you're in Atlanta at the Blade Show. But you can once you get home. And you know what? I haven't had much time to really spend with this knife. Yeah. But now I am. And let's see what it looks like on the inside. So let's kick this over here. Let's get my Todd knife and tool stuff out here. My drivers. I'm trying these out because they were very nice enough to give me a set that they're prototyping. and said, you know, you disassemble knives all the time on your channel. I mean, this is kind of a natural fit for you. And I go, yeah, I mean, I'll give him a shot. Let's see what I got. Oh, you know what? No, I'm not. Because you know what? That's a number 9 on that pivot. I don't have any. I'm going to have to get some extra ones, 50 mil on these, because this is that T8. Weehaw, you know. But you can go on the Weehaw thing. You can get them in the 9, 10, whatever. And I'm going to have to. Because, yeah, these are, that's a 9 right here. Wow. Okay. That's unusual. Oh, and it screws in from the front. Okay. That's interesting. Wow, I wonder if these are 6s then. And then go from a 9 to a 6, huh? I think a number 8 body screw would have been maybe a better move, especially if you're going to have a number 9 for your pivot. But, I mean, these work. I'm not saying they won't, but it's just, you know, I prefer a number 8 body screw. There's both of those, okay? Now we're pocketed out. Oh, we got nice, yeah, these are nice little bearings here. I like these. Okay, okay, let me see if I can kick them out. There you go. Kick them out right there. Okay, they're good, nice and hardy. Got a little race here on this steel washer. Bank, pull it right out. Bango, bango. Okay, so that's what we're doing. All right. All right, so this is the presentation side, and there's that, and that, and then we got the actual screw. I wonder if you can reverse this. It probably wouldn't make any difference, would it? Okay, and here's this. All right, so there's your blade. Looks clean. And then hardened steel insert with ceramic detamp ball. There's your bearings. There's your other little steel washer. What are we doing here? And no, but I mean, they don't have it captured. But you know what? Like I was doing, I was unscrewing it from the back, and I was unscrewing this coming out. So if you can unscrew them from either side, then you can break them. You know, you can break them apart and whatever. So as long as you got on front and the back to where you can do that, that's fine. I don't care if it's captured or not. So, but you got to make up your mind. You know what? Don't have a non-actionable front and then have a non-captured pivot, because you could just spin to win. All right. So yeah, these will work. Okay. And you know what? That's your disassembly. All right, back, and yeah, it is dropping nicer. Yeah, just had to take it apart, kind of adjust the pivot a little bit, figure it out. But yeah, it's dropping nicer now than it was, for sure. Okay. There it is, from Karambitmaker and Kansept Knives, the REI. Yes, we do. We love them knives, you guys. Stay sharp.